Go behind the scenes with the director.
If this has turned kids on to reading so much, why ruin it by making a movie?
Discover what's behind the magic of Harry Potter.
Wicked. Every kid dreams of being able to fly.
Join Katie Couric
Very exciting.
on a journey into a mysterious world.
Do you know how to get to platform 9 3/4?
No, I have no idea.
Harry Potter does.
He's a kind of a shy rat.
Get to know Harry's friends with their strange tastes.
No, that could be earwax. Ew!
Then we're off to see the wizard himself.
This is the Nimbus 2000, the fastest broom you can buy.
An exclusive primetime interview with the boy who would be Harry.
What is the best part about being Harry Potter?
Plus, footage from the film never before seen.
I've never been given.
Yeah, do you know where platform 9 3/4 is?
What?
I have no idea.
No, 9 3/4.
Yeah.
There ain't one.
Ordinarily, I'd use any excuse to go to England.
There ain't one.
But this was not any ordinary boondoggle. And right from the start, I realized Harry Potter was no ordinary story.
Hold on, hold on. Hi, can you hold on for just a second? Thank you. Do you know where platform 9 3/4 is?
Frankly, I was as much in the dark as most of my mates here at London's King's Cross Station, none of whom could help me find my train.
And that's how I get to the Hogwarts Express?
That's right. That's going to Cambridge.
All I had to go on was an invitation I'd received from a Professor Magana someone informing me I'd been granted an exclusive, something called a one-day Muggle Pass to visit some place called the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry and meet the famous Harry Potter himself. My producers sent me here, and all they told me was to look for a platform numbered 9 3/4. It seemed anyone
Sorry, I don't know.
and everyone I asked
Excuse me, do you all know how to get to platform 9 3/4?
thought I was nuts.
No.
Until I finally came upon some people who knew exactly what I was talking about.
You've got to find 9B and then go 3/4 in between from 3A and then go straight for A and 5 it.
And they knew just what I had to do to find that elusive platform.
There should be some trains up there.
Go to number 9 and then just jump through a wall.
Did she say, jump through a wall? Believe it or not, it was all beginning to make sense. The reason these kids were so in the know is because they'd apparently read at least one, if not all, of the 4 best-selling books by J.K. Rowling that tell the fantasy-filled story of Harry Potter. Need the Cliff Notes version? I did too. As all the kids who've read the book know, Harry is an orphan who doesn't exactly have a place of honor in his wretched aunt and uncle's house.
Well, Harry lives under the stairs in an old cupboard.
But once he turns 11, he makes a startling discovery.
And he finds out what he truly is, that he's a wizard.
I know, he doesn't look like wizard material. Those broken eyeglasses, and what up with that scar?
Voldemort used his curse on Harry.
You'll find out who that is later. But meanwhile, on Harry's 11th birthday, he gets an invitation, a lot like mine, by the way, to attend Hogwarts School to learn some very unconventional lessons. Of course, not just anyone gets to go. Hogwarts is strictly for sorcerers. As for those of us without such magical magnetism,
They call normal mortals muggles.
it may not be the King's English, words like Hagrid, Hogsmeade, Hufflepuff. To fans, it's a language all their own, and there's no denying the spell these pages have cast on kids and grown-ups alike. The first 4 Harry Potter novels, in what the author promises will eventually be a total of 7, have sold over 100 million copies. If you're in the business of selling books, clearly Harry and Potter are the magic words.
This is a book that is unprecedented in publishing history. The largest printing of a book ever, the fastest selling book ever. This is really nothing that can be compared to a normal success.
And the phenomenon is worldwide. The Potter books are available in 200 countries and translated into 46 languages. One place where Harry is treated like royalty, his hometown of London, where children actually slept outside bookstores overnight when the latest in the series was going on sale. Since Harry Potter's debut in 1997, the publishing world has widely heralded the implausible story of how its author, a single mother once living on welfare, had done the impossible, getting a young generation of net surfing, PlayStation, mini couch potatoes reintroduced to the lost art of reading.
I've read the first one 4 times and all of the rest of them twice. Like, I'm reading during recess, and they're like, come and play with us. Like, I can't, I'm reading.
And now, Harry's gone Hollywood. The Witching Hour's just 5 days away, with the full-length feature film, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, set to open on Friday.
I've seen the previews, and all the special effects look so great.
A recent survey found that nearly 2/3 of all American children have read the book, and almost all of them plan to see the film. The movie studio Warner Brothers hopes that means it will be lasting all the way to the Gringotts Bank. We can expect great things from you.
Any muggle looking for platform 9 3/4 is bound to find out, just as I did, that it doesn't really exist. In fact, it's the wizardry of movie making that ensures Harry Potter makes it safely aboard the Hogwarts Express. Anywhere I might find platform 9 3/4.
In the film, sure enough, Harry jumps through a wall, and he's on his way. As for me, I had to get myself to Hogwarts the Muggle way, by car. London's Leeds Studio housed the haunting halls of Hogwarts during 9 long months of production. When filming began in September of 2000, a cast and crew numbering in the thousands assembled. All of whom were British. All but one. The director, a Yank named Chris Columbus. We met on Leedston Stage E, the home of Hogwarts Great Hall.
You have 4 kids, ranging from 4 to 12. So I guess Harry Potter was a part of your world before you became the director of the movie, right?
Well, I saw the book lying around the house a couple of years ago, and my daughter Eleanor tried to convince me to read Sorcerer's Stone. She kept nagging at me, saying, read it, Dad, you've got to read it. So I read it, and I realized it was so much more than a children's book. It just was so inspirational, so touching, and it took me back to a place I hadn't been to in years. That and action.
He knew then it could make a great movie, but he wasn't alone. Dozens of accomplished film directors wanted in on the action, including Steven Spielberg and Ghostbusters director Ivan Reitman. But after what he fondly recalls as an audition for Joe Rowling and producer David Heyman, Columbus got the nod.
Why do you think they picked you?
I think that they really wanted to know that I would be faithful to the material. I was pretty passionate about it. I knew I had to make this movie.
Goes up with it, up.
A children's work of fiction wouldn't exactly be a stretch for Columbus, whose directorial track record does include the runaway hit Home Alone. And don't forget that cross-dressing nanny, Mrs. Doubtfire. Still, he says he knew how important it was to be on the same page as Rowling.
She said after the meeting, you get the books, and I feel so good about that. Because everyone expected me to turn into Home Alone. And obviously it's not going to be
Where Harry would be going,
Home Alone. Yeah, exactly, and it's not going to be that.
Well, at least Harry's not alone.
1, 2, 3, action!
Still, it takes a certain breed of film director to work successfully with a set full of 300 child actors. which comes with its own unique set of challenges. For example, labor laws in Britain require that children work no more than 9.5 hours in a day. That might seem like a lot, but the law also requires them to break for 20 minutes every hour.
Thanks, mate.
Then take away 3 hours for tutoring and subtract 1 more hour for lunch. And you get just 4 short hours a day for Columbus to make his movie magic.
Excellent work, guys.
The best thing is to find, mostly try to find kids who haven't had a lot of acting experience, who really are fresh. And as a result, you get an honest performance because they're not bringing a lot of baggage with them to the set.
Just push this queen over.
Columbus says he knows the responsibility he has not only to his young cast, but to the millions of fans, young and old, who've already formed their own images of what Harry's wizard world should look like. If this has turned kids on to reading so much, why ruin it by making a movie?
I mean, then it's like saying then all great novels should never be made into films. I realized that the only thing you can do is be incredibly faithful to the book. Don't mess around with it. Don't combine books 1 and 2. Don't bring in cheerleaders for Hogwarts. Don't make 5 of the cast members American. Be faithful. Stay true to the integrity of the books, and that was what I wanted to do.
But some skeptics question whether Hollywood's pursuit of box office bliss is worth the sacrifice of even one child's imagination.
One of the most important aspects of children's development is that they be creative and be imaginative.
Dr.
Trying to fit into the agenda someone else has created. When it becomes, for many children, it will be less creative experience.
Not surprisingly, Columbus disagrees and says he hopes his movie will enhance the creative experience for fans, not diminish it.
I just want kids to see the movie, and when they walk out of the theater, say that was just as I imagined it. I honestly think, by the sheer fact that we worked with Joe Rowling on this film, we're going to preserve the integrity of the kids' imaginations. I have to believe that, or else I wouldn't have made the film.
Luckily, the director's toughest critic and resident Harry Potter fan was right there to keep him honest, his 12-year-old daughter, Eleanor. I understand she sort of has been checking out the dailies to see how it's going.
You know, I'll come home at night and I'll bring a tape of visual effects, or I'll bring a certain little scene. And she'll kind of, Dad, that shouldn't be like that. Or, Dad, that's perfect. That's just the way I imagined it. So she's a helpful collaborator. Not that I make huge editing choices based on everything Eleanor says, but she's keyed into the book, you know, and it's just a barometer in terms of what other kids will feel.
Next weekend, Chris Columbus will likely have a few thousand more critics on which to gauge his success. And you can bet he'll be taking notes. There are those 6 sequels to think about. Are you nervous about it? I mean, your career is in some ways on the line here, isn't it? I mean, it's just fun. I think there are going to be a lot of people knocking at your door saying, please direct this.
It's always television.
Coming up, ways in which the story of Harry Potter has literally changed people's lives and given one boy in particular the courage to stand up against the terrifying enemy. Plus, my tour of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry continues.
No, that could be earwax.
Ew! That is so disgusting.
one guy shot the other guy crazy. What's his name?
That doesn't make any sense. What
Yes, it is. I just watched it.
You know, if you had TiVo, you could automatically record your favorite show and watch it when you're both home.
That's the dead guy.
What's he doing driving a truck?
Automatically record your favorite shows all season long. Now TV fits into your life, not the other way around. TiVo, TV and late-night errands your way.
What did you have for dinner?
Last night I had spray cheese and prehistoric tuna noodle casserole. I had 46 cherry tomatoes.
I had a drive-thru experience that I'd rather not mention.
I had grilled chicken in a roasted garlic sauce with spinach and carrots and creamy Parmesan risotto. It was lean cuisine.
Do something good for yourself with Stouffer's Lean Cuisine. It's not just lean, it's cuisine.
Morning. How'd you sleep?
Good.
Ah, I slept great. Must be that fresh mountain air, you know? Nothing like it. Oh, man.
Introducing the Jetta wagon, with room for 70 cubic feet of anything.
Ah, the great outdoors.
All power toothbrushes are not created equal. Sonicare. It has patented sonic technology and combines high-speed bristle motion with dynamic cleaning action. So effective, Sonicare removes 80% of stains, getting your teeth whiter and healthier in 28 days, guaranteed. See for yourself, or ask your dentist about Sonicare.
I love this Carapelli olive oil.
Carapelli. The passion comes pouring out. Go to Amazon.com/NBC and fill up on all kinds of great Harry Potter stuff. A perfect place to make any little wizard's dreams come true on Amazon.com/NBC.
We now return to a Katie Couric special, Harry Potter, Behind the Magic.
Chapter 2, The Boy Who Lived.
And say up. When it comes to his lot in life, you might say Harry Potter gets the short end of the stick. He sleeps under the stairs, gets abused by his relatives, and finds out his parents were murdered by Lord Voldemort, an evil wizard Harry must someday confront. But along the way, Harry finds himself on an exciting, sometimes perilous journey of self-discovery.
Everyone likes Harry Potter because of all the intense situations he gets in, and yeah, he survives.
Though there are some, especially religious groups, who believe the books are harmful, claiming the story promotes witchcraft, most children's health advocates believe that Harry Potter has had a positive impact on the hearts and minds of his young, devoted fans.
Developmentally, to become a separate, fully functioning person, you need to go from feeling dependent to feeling independent, and that's one of the great challenges of childhood. So Harry Potter plugs into that, I think, in a very powerful way.
But perhaps few families have been touched more personally by Harry's powerful ways than the Waltons of Oakland, New Jersey.
You really feel you know this character. I mean, I feel I know him because I live with him.
Neither the Waltons nor the rest of the world had even heard of Harry Potter 5 years ago when their 5-year-old son Tyler first began having health problems.
Tyler was a little slow walking, and walking almost like a little old man.
Tyler's parents, Bill and Maureen, sent their son in for some tests. Doctors suspected Lyme disease or maybe rheumatoid arthritis, but the test results were far more devastating.
The doctor called, and he said there's no easy way to tell you this. I'll just tell you that Tyler has leukemia.
Initially, the prognosis was good. Of the several forms of leukemia often found in children, Tyler had the least severe.
they'll say to you, well, he's got the good kind of leukemia.
A full year into his treatment, things were going well. In fact, Tyler missed less school that year than many of his first-grade classmates. By his 8th birthday, Tyler remained cancer-free, though he endured nearly 3 years of side effects from chemotherapy. With just 3 months of treatment left, Tyler went in for what had become a routine battery of invasive tests. But that day, the news would not be good.
He had relapsed, full-blown relapse, and you immediately go back to go, and you don't get your $200, you know.
The Waltons now faced the worst-case scenario. Tyler would no longer be fighting the good leukemia, and his course of treatment would need to start all over again. Only this time, it would be much more rigorous.
I mean, you know, you could just ask this child to go through this enormous trial in his life, and he does it. You know, I mean, how can you ask him to do this again?
And perhaps most disheartening was Bill's realization that little Tyler seemed to be losing hope as well, as he overheard his son praying in his bed.
He, in the middle of the night one night, was not doing well, and, you know, said, God, you know, I'm doing everything that they asked me to do. You know, why am I not getting better?
His arm raised in
Yet throughout Tyler's ordeal, there was one constant, one nightly ritual that brought this 8-year-old relief from the daily pain and all the poking and prodding.
Run! Run! Where are you? The game's over! Harry's won! We've won!
Harry Potter.
In the lead! He couldn't believe it. He'd done it. And when we would start reading, I could literally see him relax, and he would just kind of melt into me, you know, like, and just really cut up closely. And sometimes he would read along, you know, and then other times he would just lay there with his eyes closed. I think it did kind of take him away from all the beeping and the, you know, the dripping and all the stuff that he had to do.
But luckily for Tyler, there was someone else in his family who would give him his greatest chance for survival. When his only hope was a bone marrow transplant, the perfect candidate for a donor was his 4-year-old sister, Molly.
The chance of rejection is extremely minimal because she was an exact match. So, score one for the, you know, for the home team. You know.
That's me and Molly.
Aw, look, that's so cute.
Tyler's transplant was successful, and today, nearly 2 years later, 10-year-old Tyler is in full remission and overall good health.
How about this one?
But for a few lingering physical disabilities.
Good.
Thanks to his sister's gift he lovingly calls Molly's Mighty Marrow, and that bedtime companion who has a few battle scars himself, Tyler Walton is also the boy who lived.
And I said, you know, Harry reminds me of you. We were both kind of wondering, you know, and worrying, you know, were we going to be able to beat this?
So when Maureen saw an ad announcing an essay contest called How the Harry Potter Books Changed My Life, she and Tyler got busy.
His motor skills aren't really great, so he told me what he wanted to say, and so we wrote it. We threw it in an envelope. Bill ran it up to the post office and got it postmarked just in time.
And sure enough, out of almost 10,000 entries, Tyler's was one of the 10 winning letters. We'll let him tell you why.
Harry Potter helped me get through some really hard and scary times. I sometimes think of Harry Potter and me as being kind of alike. He was forced into situations he couldn't control and had to face an enemy that he didn't know if he could beat. Harry Potter helped me to realize that with the love and support of the people around me, I could get better.
When you heard that you won this essay contest, what was your reaction?
Oh, I've never won anything in my life. That's
Right.
the first thing I've won. And I just felt like, yay.
So Tyler won a chance to be face-to-face with his hero's creator, Jo Rowling, herself a hero to Tyler's mom.
When you met J.K. Rowling, Jo Rowling, as a result of the essay contest, what happened?
I thanked her for writing the books. I'm going to get choked up now. And I started to cry, and she did too. She just, you know, when we hugged and Tyler made fun of us.
I made fun of my mom, not J.K.
Yeah. So what is daily life like at Hogwarts for a pair of wizards in training? When we come back, we'll meet two talented newcomers who play Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley, Harry Potter's best pals. Incidentally, what is that thing in your hand?
Oh, this is my wand.
And obviously it's a magic one.
It's a magic one, yeah.
What kinds of things? Can you make me disappear?
No, I'm not that good. I'm a bit rusty.
Don't worry, we'll help you out.
Next, an outrageous celebrity weakest link where the stars strike back.
Cassie, and
Celebrity weakest link, NBC next.
Wednesday, move over, Ed.
What the heck is going on here? I started my own practice.
There's another bowling alley lawyer in town.
This cannot be happening.
With a staff that looks a bit familiar.
Your Honor, if I may. Your Honor, if I may.
With guest star Neil Patrick Harris. Oh, and one more thing, there's this. Ooh, Carol. Ed, NBC Wednesday.
A baby switch uncovered.
I won $1 million. Cash. She figured out the babies were switched.
How do you beat a blackmailer?
I could kill her.
Days of our lives.
There's one brand of truck strong enough to carry the American spirit. Chevrolet. And right now, get 0% financing on every new truck we build. Silverado, Tahoe, Suburban, Trailblazer. The trucks behind a country that never quits. And you can own one, interest-free. Keep America rolling. See your local Chevy dealer today.
This is Allergy Face. It's the face you make when your allergies make you miserable. This is Nasacort AQ. It gives you fast, effective first-day nasal allergy relief so you can fight allergy face. Nasacort AQ has no fragrance, is not bad tasting, contains no irritating alcohol, and it has a low incidence of side effects, including sore throat, nosebleed, and cough. Ask your doctor about fast, effective Nasacort AQ and help put allergy face in its place.
He wants to know if
Hey, Jen. When did it start? We used to go everywhere. Now,
So I went to
she barely notices me.
Gotta go. Hey, Daddy, wanna go to Friendly's?
Introducing Friendly's Chicken Choices. Try our new Bacon Chicken Dijon sandwich, new Buffalo Chicken Platter. 10 great choices, all with a free happy ending sundae.
Like old times, huh, Daddy?
Yeah.
You and me and Friendly's.
Paul's feud with Michael.
Next, Access Hollywood.
Our Katie Couric special, Harry Potter, Behind the Magic, continues.
Chapter 3, The Sorting Hat.
In a few moments, you will pass through these doors and join your classmates.
My continuing journey into the world of Harry Potter took me to one of the most famous places in the book, the Hogwarts School for Wizards, now leaping off the pages and onto the silver screen. There I was about to meet the children who would play the key roles, and I'd hear about their own journeys into this mysterious domain.
I don't want to scare you, Harry.
Any witch who's ever been to Hogwarts knows all houses are not created equal, and first-year would-be wizards are sorted, as soon as they arrive, into one of 4 dorms that compete fiercely for the ultimate Hogwarts honor, the House Cup.
Gryffindor!
Our hero, Harry, thanks his lucky stars his dorm is Gryffindor, because that's where his 2 best friends, Hermione and Ron, also live.
Leviosa.
So, Rupert, tell me about this room. On my own visit to Hogwarts, I was given a personal tour of Gryffindor's common room, courtesy of the young actor who plays Ron Weasley, 13-year-old Rupert Grint.
This is the Gryffindor common room. It's where we do all our planning and we just hang out here.
Right, so this is one of the 4 dorm areas for the Hogwarts school. And who's your little friend here? This
is Scabbers.
Scabbers.
Yeah.
Even Ron's pet rat, Scabbers, made a rare cameo appearance. Of course, that's just a stage name. His real name is Mosh Pit. Now, do they have a stunt rat, or is this the only one?
Yeah, I think so.
They have a few rats
Yeah.
in case this one gets tired, wants to take a break. Does he have his own trailer, and sometimes have to be in makeup, and not really? No. Ask anyone in showbiz, there's an unwritten Hollywood rule about things to avoid. Animals, special effects, and kids.
Come on now, hurry
The
up.
Harry Potter movies got them all, and in droves. But if there's any proven formula for success in the movie business, you might say these filmmakers are on the right track. After all, the cast is top drawer. That's Dame Maggie Smith as McGonagall and Richard Harris as Dumbledore.
My granddaughter called me and said, Papa, she said, if you don't play Dumbledore, I will never speak to you again.
The film's visual effects supervisor won the Oscar for Titanic. And hear that score? The unmistakable sound of composer John Williams. No corners cut here. Industry insiders say the movie may have cost more than $125 million to make.
Yikes.
For that kind of money, it better be, well, magic.
There's no such thing as magic.
And young Potter aficionados can be very demanding.
At first, I really was positive I wasn't going to see it because I have my own vision of the books in my head, and I might go see it. The only problem now is if the kids can act.
Come up immediately.
Director Chris Columbus thought long and hard about that problem.
Okay.
How did you feel about an all-British cast? Was that something you felt strongly about?
Oh, I was adamant about that. I said, if we want to please the fans, if we want to make this movie the way it should be made, it has to be an all-British cast, right down to almost non-speaking roles, except for my children who have cameo appearances. But
who says nepotism's not alive and well in the movie business? And no dummy, Columbus admits he took suggestions from Joe Rowling for casting adult parts like the gentle giant Hagrid, played by Robbie Coltrane.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And the sleazy Professor Snape, played by Alan Rickman.
Fame isn't everything.
But Columbus knew the film's success would ultimately ride on the talents of its kids, especially that tenacious trio.
She needs to sort out her priorities.
Rupert Grint heard about the auditions on TV and wasted no time.
So I was really eager. I had to do everything to try and get this part. So I made a video of myself first. I dressed up as my drama teacher. Then I did a rap how much I wanted to be Ron.
Aside from a couple of drama classes, his only prior acting experience was in a school play. But he knew getting to be in Harry Potter was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
No mixing potions you don't know how to do. I'm the biggest Harry Potter fan, and to have a Harry Potter film was just like just a dream role.
Why was it that you wanted so badly to play Ron Weasley? I mean, what was it? Most kids, I would think, having read the book, would want to play Harry Potter.
Yeah, I wanted to be Ron because he was my favorite character. And he tries to be brave, but the truth is he's not very brave. And that's what I like about him.
Meanwhile, an equally inexperienced yet enthusiastic young actress, 11-year-old Emma Watson, auditioned for the role of that nimble know-it-all, Hermione Granger.
And I never thought I'd get the part. There are some other girls who've been in loads of other films and stuff. They knew exactly what they were doing. And I thought I'd done really badly.
Emma remembers not feeling any better about her chances when a stern-looking Chris Columbus called both her and Rupert into his office.
We sat down. Chris looked at me very seriously, you know. I'd just like to tell you both that you've got the part. And we both stood there, stunned for a minute, just looking blankly at them both. Go on, go on.
Together, Emma and Rupert, or if you prefer, Hermione and Ron, began the adventure of a lifetime, one that promises to change their young lives forever.
Rupert, this must be a little weird. I mean, you go from being a normal kid to, frankly, a pretty big-time movie star. I mean, how has it been? How are you dealing with the transition?
It's kind of weird. Recently, I just got back to school and saw my friends. They were really cool about it. They acted like I was just like a normal kid, and I just came back from school.
And Rupert says he's treated no differently at home either, where, as he likes to point out, he's got 5 siblings, just like his character Ron.
We're done for. Over.
Emma Watson, on the other hand, is quick to reveal she's nothing like her on-screen persona. Yuck.
It's Leviosa. We're complete opposites, totally. I'm not a bookworm. She is. She's obsessed with reading books and stuff. I'm not. She likes being indoors. I like being outdoors. She wears nerdy clothes. I'm obsessed with fashion. She's bossy. She's horrible. I hate her.
Easy, girl. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Very interesting candies.
Speaking of getting fed, seems Rupert has a sweet tooth.
Definitely.
just like Ron Weasley.
You love sweets?
Yeah, and especially these.
In this case, sweets from the swamp.
Chocolate frogs,
Chocolate
right?
frogs, yeah.
So these are your favorites, right?
Rupert introduced me to the treats every growing wizard needs.
Pumpkin pasties?
Licorice wands.
They're brilliant.
Cauldron cakes. And a dentist's best friend.
What are these?
Bertie Bott's every flavor beans.
We're talking every flavor
They
bean,
are
aren't
every
we?
flavour, yeah.
What kind of flavors do they have?
Buttered toast, bogey, vomit.
Vomit?
Yeah.
What's bogey?
Booger.
Booger.
Yeah.
That's sort of the British way of saying booger.
Yeah.
Could this be butter toast?
No, that could be earwax.
Ew! That is so disgusting. Okay, Rupert. Black pepper. Woo! That has quite a kick. This, you say, is the...
Booger, yeah.
Would you eat it?
It's just disgusting. I can't even explain what it is.
Would you like to wash it down with a vomit?
It's amazing how quickly I'd lost my appetite. Besides, I already had butterflies in my stomach. In Hollywood, of course, it's all about who you know. And if anyone was going to be able to get me an audience with the famous Harry Potter, it would have to be his best friend, Ron.
Can you introduce me to Harry himself, the big guy?
Oh, yeah, I can, yeah.
Yeah, where is he?
He's in his dorm.
Okay, let's go see him. Thousands were in the running, but only one got the part. For the very first time, meet the boy who would be Harry Potter. Our exclusive interview with Daniel Radcliffe when we return. Earlier, Ron Weasley showed me his pet rat, Scabbers.
Yeah.
But you also have your own sidekick, right?
Yes.
Oh, voila, and here he is.
Let's belt it out for your Pittsburgh Steelers!
I don't care what stadium you work for, all right? If you want to write a check for who let the dogs out, I'm still going to need to see some ID.
Next time, use the Visa check card instead of cash or checks. It'll get you in, out, and on with life.
Wine should be for drinking and enjoying, not stressing over. That's why there's Woodbridge. An easy choice because it always tastes great. Handcrafted and aged in oak barrels for more flavor. Woodbridge. It's all you need to know about great wine.
Last winter, we had a little cell phone mix-up.
He told our travel agent Steamboat Springs, but with the static, well...
You know, we tried to make the best of it. Come on, kid. There we go.
Who wants hot cocoa? That's when we finally got free and clear with Sprint PCS. Real clear calls, and nationwide long distance included, which is great for us because we do have 2 kids.
Hey!
The Sprint PCS free and clear plan with nationwide long distance included. Every minute, every day.
Hi, can I help you?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to go bald.
Yeah, well, that happens to the best of us.
Now at Sears Auto Center, our best-selling Michelin tires are on sale. Sears, where else?
Inside a snowflake, like the one on your sleeve, there happened a story you must see to believe.
I must stop this Christmas from coming.
Now and forever.
Santa Claus?
Celebrate the spirit of the holidays
No one should be alone on Christmas.
with Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
Own the family classic on video and DVD November 20th.
Early Sunday morning, winter's day. They can smell the cinnamon around their way.
We love grand cinnamon rolls from Pillsbury. They're not ordinary rolls, they're grand.
My heart to yours.
Come on over and stay a while. Good morning. I've got a home and stable that's filled with smiles. There's a new baby in the family, and I've got a pony. She talks to me. One more special day in the house that's filled with love. Sweet dreams.
The loving family home and stable. Oh, the possibilities.
Time to cook. Open that book.
Hi, this is Chef Tony. Let's get cooking.
How about
spaghetti.
That sounds yummy.
We're cooking.
Now add the meatballs.
The Talking Chef Kitchen, only from Fisher-Price. Talk about fun with food.
How's that?
Oh, the possibilities. Discover more at FisherPrice.com.
She's never done it before. Jennifer Lopez in concert, and her first time is unforgettable. Jennifer Lopez in her first concert anywhere. J-Lo in concert 1 week from Tuesday, only on NBC.
The journey to Hogwarts doesn't end tonight. Tomorrow, Katie has more with Harry Potter. Then later, Ron and Hermione, Dumbledore, and Chris Columbus. Follow the magic all week on Today.
I'm just wild about Harry. Harry's wild about. I can't live without. Harry's wild about me.
Did you know there are about 4 dozen Harry Potters listed in phone books across the United States? And with throngs of Harry Potter fans popping up at look-alike contests, it had us asking, will the real Harry Potter please stand up?
Good morning, Harry Potter speaking.
Is this guy kidding?
Can I see your ID?
It's true.
Harry Potter.
It wasn't exactly Hogwarts, but we did find a real Harry Potter at Hope High School in Providence, Rhode Island, where Mr. Potter is the principal.
Come on, guys, let's go. Homeroom.
We like to chase people around the school. Seems like Mr. Potter be flying on brooms the way he be chasing people around the school.
Fortunately, Harry's got a sense of humor about all this, which comes in handy when something as routine as ordering a pizza.
My name is Harry Potter, like the book. It really is.
Or using a credit card becomes a spectacle.
Oh, Tom, come here a minute. Look who I'm waiting on.
Some days you must want to say, yeah, ha, ha, ha. That's right, I'm Harry Potter, ha, ha.
No, not really. I sort of like it. I sort of flow with it. It's actually a break from the high school. High school work is tough work. I haven't gotten sick of it yet.
Good luck. With 3 more books waiting to be published and a movie bearing his name, it looks like Harry Potter's 15 minutes of fame won't be up for a while.
I'm just wild about Harry.
Still to come, our exclusive primetime interview with the boy who would be Harry Potter, and a clip from the movie never before seen on television, when Harry Potter Behind the Magic continues.
Go to Amazon.com/NBC and fill up on all kinds of great Harry Potter stuff. A perfect place to make any little wizard's dreams come true on Amazon.com/NBC.
Tuesday, it's the Frasier 200th celebration.
Congrats. Didn't think you'd last 2 weeks.
4 Frasiers in a row, including the all-new supersized 200th episode.
I felt a chill.
Plus, never-before-seen outtakes.
You know what must have happened? My hot and foamy must have exploded.
The Frasier 200th celebration. It all starts at 8/7 Central, NBC Tuesday.
Next, an outrageous celebrity weakest link where the stars strike back.
Cassie, Anne.
Celebrity weakest link, NBC next. NBC 10 salutes our veterans.
We're going out of business. These are the final days. This is your absolute last chance to save. Just hurry into Home Life and you will learn. You're gonna save a bundle. We got furniture to burn. We're gonna sacrifice it all, no matter the cost. Everything has got to go. All caution will be tossed. We're backed into a corner and we've got nowhere to turn. In bankruptcy and closing down with furniture to burn. We're going out of business. We got furniture to burn.
There's one brand of truck strong enough to carry the American spirit. Chevrolet. And right now, get 0% financing on every new truck we build. Silverado, Tahoe, Suburban, Trailblazer. The trucks behind a country that never quits. And you can own one, interest-free. Keep America rolling. See your local Chevy dealer today.
NBC 10's live Doppler 10,000 radar, the most accurate weather technology, and the most experienced team of meteorologists in the Delaware Valley, warning you of severe weather first.
Seek immediate shelter indoors. This is a severe cell.
Pinpointing storms in your neighborhood.
The next half hour, you will be seeing some heavy rain.
Giving you details other stations can't. Fast, reliable, accurate. No one else has it. No one else comes close. NBC 10's live Doppler 10,000 radar. Accept no imitations.
We now return to a Katie Couric special, Harry Potter, Behind the Magic.
Chapter 4, The Dream.
Just as it reads in the book, the cozy Gryffindor common room had a spiral staircase leading to the tower that housed the boys' dormitory. Finally, I was off to see the wizard.
Very exciting. Ah, this is your dorm room, right?
Yep.
And you must be Harry.
Yeah.
Hi, Harry. How are you?
It's very nice to meet you.
Very nice to meet you, a.k.a. Dan Radcliffe. Do you all sometimes call each other Ron and Harry instead of Rupert and Dan?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah? Call it the ultimate game of make-believe. A pair of wide-eyed young boys getting to run around in a $125 million playground. And come next weekend, the whole world will know them as Ron and Harry.
Have you ever thought about the fact that you were leading a fairly conventional life up until age 11, and like Harry, all of a sudden your life completely changed?
A lot of people say that, but it's actually, my life has hardly changed at all. The only difference is I go to school here instead of where I normally go to school.
Are you worried that your life is going to change even more once this movie comes out? I mean, you're going to be recognized, your face is going to be on lunch boxes all over Europe. Your name might become a household name. Does that concern you?
Not really. I think it'll be really good fun. Not at all, in fact. Just enjoy it.
The search for the boy who would be Harry Potter began almost 2 years ago as director Chris Columbus scoured the Muggle universe for a complete unknown to play the wondrous wizard.
I said, we have to find a new face. They have to believe it's Harry Potter. And you have to step here to say checkmate.
Columbus says he warded off pressure from studio execs who had hoped to attach a familiar face and a bankable star to the project. Haley Joel Osment was the hot favorite, but Columbus was adamant Harry had to be British. Finally, after a casting call of thousands failed to turn anyone into Harry Potter, the casting director was ready to turn in her wand.
And finally, she was frustrated. She said, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want. I said, you know what I want? And the cassette, I said, this is what I want. Here he is.
The tape Columbus had seen was a BBC adaptation of Charles Dickens' classic, David Copperfield.
Copperfield?
Featuring Daniel Radcliffe.
This is the kid I want. She goes, well, you're never going to get him.
That was because Radcliffe's parents, one a talent agent and the other a casting director, were reluctant to allow their son to accept a role they knew would instantly make him one of the most famous little boys in the world. To Columbus, it was both frustrating and refreshing.
One thing I learned after dealing with child actors was cast the parents as well. And I realized when I met Dan's parents that they were so focused on being great parents. And I knew that Dan would come through this okay.
Finally, just 2 months before shooting was to begin, the Radcliffes agreed and negotiated. While Daniel's reportedly making close to $300,000 for the first movie, it's been speculated he'll rake in close to $15 million if the sequels are successful.
Mr. Harry Potter wishes to make a withdrawal.
But like most 11-year-olds, Daniel Radcliffe is counting his blessings, not his money.
Where were you and how did you react when you got the news?
I was in the bath, and my mum was just sitting there talking to me. And then my dad rushed in and told me I had the part. And then there were kind of two reactions. The first one was I just sat there and started to cry because I was so happy. And then the second one was that night, I woke up in the middle of the night, ran into my parents' room at 2 a.m. and asked them if it was a dream. And they were, no, it's not a dream, go back to bed, it's 2 a.m., go.
Like so many kids BH, before Harry, Daniel was not an avid reader.
I just found reading quite hard. I couldn't do it, I just found it very hard to read.
And then along came Harry Potter.
I got the part and I read them all the Harry Potter books over again, loved them, and they've really helped me to branch off onto other books. They've really helped me to get into reading.
Set and action!
Daniel echoes his director's assurances that the movie has stayed faithful to the beloved book. right down to Harry's owl pal and personal messenger, Hedwig.
Oh, voila, and here he is. Very typical for
As we toured the set of Harry's dorm, complete with those 5 4-poster beds with deep red velvet curtains, we played a game of show and tell any Harry Potter fan would die for.
What's on this bed? You got...
There they were, come to life right out of the books.
Yeah.
The Weasley sweater, wizard workbooks, and the famous invitation that started it all.
Dear Mr. Potter, we are pleased to inform you that you've been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. First-year students will require 3 sets of plain work robes. Are those work robes, you guys?
Yep. Yes.
1 plain pointed hat for day wear. That's a nice look.
We only wear that. We only kind of wear that at Halloween and Christmas and big
You probably
feasts.
don't allow muggles to wear them. Am I going to have bad luck as a result?
Possibly, maybe cursed, but only for a short while.
Fine. Okay. 1 pair of dragon hide gloves. Did you get those at Harrods?
Then, of course, the one thing that promises to make Harry Potter a rising star. Literally.
Tell me about this. This is your most prized possession. Can I touch it?
Yeah.
I already have.
Yeah.
What is this?
This is the Nimbus 2000, which is the fastest broom you can buy and makes all of Harry's friends and people who aren't so friendly to him very, very jealous.
Both on screen and on the set, Emma Watson, Rupert Grint, and Daniel Radcliffe are like the 3 musketeers. Having met through surreal circumstances, they've become fast friends.
Rupert and I printed out loads of these, you know, stuff like pull my hair, kick me, I'm thick. We cut out about, I don't know, 10 of them, stuck them all over Dan's back without him noticing. And he walked around for, I don't know, 10 minutes without noticing.
And everybody would kick me.
Everyone was laughing at him. He was telling me, what's so funny? We're all going, nothing, nothing.
And perhaps no one knows better than Chris Columbus how important it was to just let them be kids.
You think about them and you think about Macaulay Culkin, and who's had some very tough times with his family, and I'm sure you're perhaps mindful of that as you work with these children who are now coming up in the business.
There's no question about it. You know, I want to make sure that Michael Jackson's not calling Dan Radcliffe to come over for the weekend. It's not what life is about.
In fact, at the tender age of 12, with 1 Harry Potter movie under his belt, Daniel Radcliffe seems to get it. Some things in Hollywood are just an illusion.
Do you have something in your eye? Can you fix it? So much for the glasses.
And this very week, Daniel and his pals will do it all over again when they start filming Book 2, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So they'll be suiting up in their wizard wear at least one more time. So whether you believe in curses, snitches, or a game called Quidditch, one thing the Hogwarts school has taught these kids, magic can happen to a mere muggle, too.
What is the best part about being Harry Potter?
The whole experience. I think I've probably met a new person every day I've been here. And I love meeting new people, and they're always interesting people. So I want to just get to know them better and getting to know the people around you.
What's the worst part?
There isn't one.
When we come back, one final sneak preview of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Schultz never knew there were tunnels. He didn't want to know, but you're missing the point of the story. A young entrepreneur engrossed in a Hogan's Heroes marathon neglects to ship an important package. Did he know about the radio and the coffee pot? He knew nothing. Now focus. Like a swallow returning to Capistrano, he instinctively heads to FedEx. They give his small business package the big business treatment. And another hobgoblin of success falls victim to FedEx efficiency. What is a hobgoblin? A gnome. A mean, angry gnome.
Freezing chicken? Only Ziploc double guard freezer bags have an inner layer that clings to seal out air that causes freezer burn. Regular freezer bags don't. Put an end to freezer burn with a Ziploc double guard freezer bag. Freezing steak? Only Ziploc double guard freezer bags have an inner layer that clings to seal out air that causes freezer burn. Regular freezer bags don't. Put an end to freezer burn with a Ziploc double guard freezer bag.
29, 30, 30. Now at Red Lobster, you can get 30 mouth-watering shrimp for just $9.99. Red Lobster, go overboard.
This way. You're not going to believe this.
What was stolen?
Everything. Payroll, R&D, customer records, all the assets.
How could they get everything?
I don't know. You're the cops.
The room is completely empty. All the assets were in this room?
Everything. Ned, the servers. They stole all our servers.
No, we moved everything onto that one. It's going to save us a bundle. I sent out an email.
IBM e-servers running Linux.
What's a server?
They can save you a bundle.
Before there were hobbits, before there were wizards, there was an unlikely hero named Willow on Special Edition DVD. Rediscover the most popular fantasy adventure film on DVD November 27th.
So you feeling all moved in yet?
Getting there.
Yeah.
So you guys been in your home for what now? About
a year. We almost didn't get it though. We had a problem with our credit.
Us too.
And our interest rate is really high.
Yeah, well, with us they want to tack on all these extra points. Lucky we figured it out in time. You guys probably figured it out a lot sooner than us, though, I'm sure.
Get the facts before you borrow. Call for a free guide from the Fannie Mae Foundation.
Reinvented Camry. Trust us, you're going to want one.
On Friends, the story continues.
Are you really pregnant?
Rachel tells her dad the news.
There's not going to be a wedding.
Who is the father?
I'm going to kill you!
This is actually not a great time for me.
Then it's the most critically acclaimed new comedy, Scrubs, the show about new doctors practicing hands-on medicine.
You're very cold. See those guys right there? They're just pretending to be asleep so you won't manhandle them anymore.
Dude, what are you doing?
All new Scrubs after Friends, NBC Thursday.
For Harry Potter, it's been a long journey, from a small cafe in Scotland where his story was first written, to Leavesden Studios in London where that story came to life, and now to movie theaters around the world. In fact, it's set to play in 131 countries in 40 different languages. But before our journey ends, let's take one last peek at the whimsical world of Harry Potter. Now that's something you don't hear every day. When you're attending wizard school, you never know who you might run into. This is where Hermione meets a big boy in the little girl's room, one of Hogwarts' less appealing residents, a troll. Well, you know what they say, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And now it's time for us to go. And see, through the magic of television, I made it safely to Hogwarts and back in under 1 hour, without a broom. Not bad for a muggle. I'm Katie Couric. Good night. Sir? Sir? Excuse me, sir. Can I interrupt your phone call? I guess not. Sir, can I ask you a quick question? Excuse me.